Hey everyone, GeminiShadowCat here, and I'm doing something completely different this time. I'm actually recording the behind the scenes from start to finish of my latest video that I'm going to upload, which is DC Universe Online walkthrough, playthrough, whatever you want to call it, solo mission thing. So yeah, I don't know what part it is, I totally forgot. So what you're seeing at the moment is my screen, because why not? And I'm literally just about to record, so when I hit play on this, hey presto. Yeah, so I'm using Fraps for this. I do have the story right here, but I'm actually using Fraps. The reason why I'm actually going to use Fraps is because, one, I still haven't figured out how to record the screen like properly, out of game anyway. And also I want to take you through like the proper thing of what usually goes on, because I always record with Fraps on DC Universe Online anyway. So also I want you to make sure you take a note of the time code down here. So I'm starting at 3 o'clock, so let's go for it. Okay then, so I have literally just finished recording DC Universe Online. Because it is a solo one, it did take like quite a small little while to do, but usually they take around 50 to 55 minutes to do if they're like a full-on one, so bear that in mind. So yeah, 20 minutes. And what I usually do is, rather than actually no, save it first. So go into this, save it, and then DCO solo, save as that. Just make sure that's recording still. Yep. Oh yeah, that's me talking at the moment. Okay, so what I usually do next is basically chop the start and the end of it off, and yeah, so this is the bit that's obviously at the end of the video. So what I do is usually check is exactly the end of the video or the start of the video, so make sure usually at the start of it I have a lot more running, but this one's alright. Hey everyone! So yeah, that's basically my thing, so it's all good. So what I usually do then is just check to find if there's anything which is going over the limit, which there isn't on this one, luckily. Yep, it's all good. Yep. So what I usually do is I go into noise removal to make sure that the levels are actually like fine, and then yeah, it all seems good. So what I'll do is I'll save it and export, and go in solo, and then go okay. So it's all in their own little file and stuff, and I just have to wait for it to like export through. Usually it does take a hell of a lot longer if it's like a 55-minute video and stuff, so yay, it's all good. So next what I usually do is basically go onto this lovely little program called Handbrake. This compresses the Fraps files because they are absolutely huge. So go into source, open file, so second volume, because I've recently got into second hard drive. Usually it would just go to my main hard drive. So if I check into properties, you'll see that it is 34.7 gig. That's a lot of gig, to be fair, for a like a 14-minute video. So because it is like a 1920 by 1080 screen, I kind of need to have it compressed down and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I can't do it with the Xtori ones because there's a codec in there which kind of like stops it from doing that. But it doesn't matter anyway, because it records at 1280 by 720, because you can actually mess around with the things in there, rather than Fraps where it's all uncompressed. So that's all in there. Go into browse. Then what I want to save it as is go into the Fraps folder, because I have actually forgot to mess around with the stuff in this. So Fraps, and then let's call it DCO solo. So that's all good. I want to start it up. I usually press add to queue if there's more than one that I need to do, but just start it up and it automatically starts doing it. So I'll make sure that my computer is running on high function for fans, so it doesn't overheat. But anyway, show queue, and this basically gives you the lowdown of how long it's going to take. So you can imagine if it is a big folder and everything. So this is going to take about 15 minutes to do that video. Usually it takes like an hour or so to do the bigger ones. So you can tell why it can be a little tedious when it comes to recording continuously. So yeah, there we go, time down there. I'll come back to it when it's finished being done. So it's just finished now, so that took around 15 minutes. It's not too bad actually. Now I'm going to go into this lovely little thing, Movie Studio Platinum 12. I've got it pinned down here because I use it a lot. But I won't be showing you it loading it up. Oh, actually no, I can. I'll just cover it up because it has a lot of important information on there which I don't really want to put out. Oh, also that isn't my Gmail, that's a totally legal version of Fraps. Okay, so I'm greeted by this lovely thing here, so I just click new. Go on to that. And then import media. So obviously last thing I was doing was Life is Strange, so I'm going to go into that one. That's done now. So that's all been compressed, I forgot to show you. Okay, so that one, as you can tell, it is 803 megabytes now rather than 37.7. So what I usually do is make sure it plays through, but it's already playing through anyway, so it's all working. Yeah, what I usually do is not that, is I click onto the actual thing, make sure that the new one's recording. It works fine. Sound on it. Yep, that all works. Hey presto. And then go on to the original one and delete it because it stops it from clogging up and stuff. So yeah, that's my one that I'm recording at the moment. So this is it, and import into sound as well. I can just search it this way. As you can tell, I've got a lot of DCO stuff in here. So I want solo, and I want the WAV because AUP is the Audacity file, and WAV is the only thing that'll open up in it, that's why I export it. So I changed these as well, change it to game sound and voice. Usually what I have it at is plus 2.4 for voice, but recently it's like gone screwy, but I usually have it plus 2.4 for voice and minus 6.6 for usual. And then put that in there. Oh yeah, usually you have to wait as well for it to come up there. Okay. Make sure it's all good. And then the lovely thing of lining it up and syncing it up with the actual footage. So I'm going to try and find it where there's some speaking in it, because at some point Wonder Woman speaks. Aha. So you can really tell usually whether someone's speaking or not because of the way it cuts and stuff.
That's a few souls Faust won't get his greasy.
So just move it in.
That's a few souls Faust won't get his greasy.
You can tell there's a little bit going on there.
That's a
right, and move
That's
it
a few souls Faust. That's a few souls Faust won't get his greasy hand.
There's a little bit of echo. Usually I just zoom in a little bit more just to move it a tiny bit.
That's a few souls Faust won't. That's a few souls Faust won't get his greasy hands on. Thanks for your help. Few souls Faust won't get his.
So I'm really picky when it comes to this as well.
Thanks for your help.
Yep. There we go, it's good enough. So, oh yeah, it might get a little weird. You'll hear like two of me and stuff, but who cares? Okay, so then all I do is make sure there's about a second into it. Fade it in. It's all about dragging and stuff. There we go. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have cut that up yet. Make sure that you got all of the things like that. Okay, so then it's all about the nitty-gritty bit of going through and seeing what I need to take out, because I screw up a lot during these things. In fact, doing this behind the scenes thing, I've screwed up at least 10 times already. That you can do, which is like level 3. So yeah, I'm already screwing up there. So if you've already watched the video, hopefully you've already watched the original video, you can tell the difference. Okay. First level, right. Level 3, I don't remember, but level 3 and level, no it's not, it's level 5. Level 5 and level 30's. So I do argue with myself quite a lot because I'm insane. Level, well, the first level. So level 5 and It's simple as splitting it up, cutting it out, so it's 12 seconds of useless stuff there. Between level 5 and level 30's version of this one in particular. So I'm going to have to go against Faust again with Zatanna. And because it does take quite a while for it to go through, I usually fade it in, or usually just cut there straight away, but this needs a lovely fade, so to fade it all I do is just cross it through and Zatanna. This is going to be nice and quick and simple. Oh, it does lag a lot as well, so so yeah, already you can tell that my voice is dropping out of there, which is really annoying. So don't necessarily like boosting this up because there's a lot of feedback that you get from it, or at least it goes weird. So I just do it a little bit and then put this down a bit more, so 7.2, because I don't like it when it does that. But I'm going to invest on getting a new microphone anyway, because I'm using a headset one and it's probably past its sell by date. Obviously I've got a lot more firepower than last. Sometimes as well, if it does get like a little over much, I'm gonna keep it as the original one, but what I do is split the audio bit and then I drag it down like that. So there you go. So sometimes you may actually notice in the videos that I do, it goes from like one extreme to another, but I'm gonna leave it as it is. Oh, also actually quite a lot of times what I do is I get rid of like blank spaces, because then it gets a little bit more smoother. I mean, sometimes you can definitely tell the difference, but when it's like loud as that, it's not too bad. But there's a lot of annoying things, little habits that I do, and I don't like them at all, so I get rid of them. I've realised I just skipped straight through a whole load of it. Sorry about that. I'll go back. No, that's still too much. I do that a lot as well. I do lose my place in it. No, that's alright. Yeah, we'll keep it as that. Not funny. That ain't gonna come out your place easily. Not even funny. You, however, very good for your skin. I try and be funny, it's not funny. Balls. Okay, no, just no. So, I know that when stuff is coming up and I know that I need to get rid of it, usually when I'm actually going through my skills and everything, I do get rid of it, but I have a little bit of information that I need to say here anyway. Whoops, don't want to do that. So, cut it off. You can tell I've been doing it for ages, because like snap snap, done done, there. So another bit as well. Obviously I don't want to show it all again, so I just like cut it and stuff right to the end, because that's all you need to see, just like being boring and stuff. Oh right, martial arts mastery. So I sometimes cut out things as well. Yeah. Okay, so to get the rest. So about there, because I do say okay and so a lot, considering I've just said it in that sentence as well. To get the rest of it you need okay, and again okay, it's just a natural habit and I do it like 10 times as more than I really should. So I actually haven't saved it yet. Usually I'm spam saver, so go into libraries, go back into my videos, DCUO, done. Hey presto. Again. To get the rest of it you need to make sure that you get 20 points in this bit to level up to that one. Sometimes the things are a little dodgy, but I don't care. So I'm just going to get all of these. Sometimes I speed up as well, so I'll show you a little speed on it. Okay. Actually no, that's only 1 second long. I won't show you a little speed on it, probably won't actually. Yeah, you know what, I'll show you a little speed just for the time being. What I usually do, snap 2 bits, hold control down, and then do it that way, and then it speeds up like that. Okay. And eventually, that's train wreck, so in that case. So I'm actually going to like put this down a little bit because it's quite hard to hear. There we go. Come on, come on. Guys should really know unless you. And it's lagging again. So what you need to do is save it and then wait a little bit. You can tell it's going to lag because there's little dots pop up here. At this point now, you guys should really know unless you're brand new to it, then in that case is DC Universe, and hello to you all. So it's actually quite a smooth transition. So Wonder Woman's going to talk there. Usually I skip through when they're talking because I know that it's all good. and I keep quiet for him at all times anyway, unless I do like small remarks and everything, but usually I don't. Sometimes as well, especially like I said with my microphone, I don't know what's happened with it, I do miss out quite a bit of things, so what I do is snap it back over and then there we go. There's no harm in doing that, but there's a little white. I don't like it. Oh well. Idiot, forgot to activate the booster box. Yeah, I'm an idiot. More of that as well. I'm an idiot, forgot to. Sometimes as well it's a little bit easier just to merge them over. More of that as well, so. Trying to get rid of the sows. So many sows. Oh, got a level 30. Don't need to know. Extreme. Yes, extreme. Nope, that one. There. Oh. Okay, yeah, your stacks can go up to level 16 only. The thingies. Yeah, so stacks do go up to 16, they're not levels. So, I get to show you like a little lovely bit where I get to speed it all up. Because say if there's a fight in there that I want to keep in, I do speed it up so then there's less time in there and save it. Guys for that. Oh yeah, forgot about that. So I've actually like changed the settings of this. So it doesn't keep its thing. So it sounds like my mask decides to disconnect and reconnect. So yeah, I'm having problems with that. Oh, there we go. Is it back? There we go. I don't know why it does that. There you go. It does it. But anyway, I sorted it out and now sounds funnier. They all sound high pitched. Because why not? Oh yeah, this is where I'm trying to find out what you're supposed to call maces. I call them maces, but they're actually called flails. It says... whereabouts? Construct flail. Sometimes they interact with the NPCs of what they're saying. Ah, this flipping thing. I swear to God, if my flipping mouse disconnects one more time, I am going to scream. Oh, of course, yeah, you screw up, don't you? Screw up. Sometimes I do feel like I'm talking to myself rather than actually like talking to an audience. That happens though. Yeah, there's a lot of decisions that I actually make when I come down to this. Sometimes I do get rid of a lot of stuff. Oh. Okay, sometimes, most of the time I'm not as much of a screw up as this as well, but there you go. Sometimes as well when it is quite quiet, I have to fade in and out on the voice. So I'm just gonna have to pull this out actually. Aha, gotcha. Oh yeah, I've not actually put any text in this just yet. I'll show you what I do usually for the text bit. This little lovely thing. So you get commendations for free of the... So sometimes I hate it when kind of stuff like that. So you get commendations. You get commendations for... Ooh, perfect. You get commendations for free of the factions. So you've got the Sentinels of Magic, you've got Superman side. I completely forgot like what the actual things are. It doesn't matter. They're just all dotted around in the bases. No, they're not. They're all dotted around in the... See? Sometimes as well I know exactly when I screwed up and I'll continue on the sentence. Flawless! They're all dotted around in the Watchtower if you're doing villain side, it's the Hall of Doom. And obviously you get the opposing sides for that. The other one is... Go back into inventory. I don't need that actually. Sometimes I do get a little over the top of these. Go back into inventory. So that's another fade right there. Between areas. Okay. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is the duo. Wait a little while, wait for it to stop lagging. DCUO, it has to be US PC. It can't be any... Damn it with the that's another thing. This has actually been the worst. Anything else, it can't be EU PC, it can't be the PlayStation well, it can't
version.
Be perfect.
3 or 4.
I don't know what whether to leave. Some things I know exactly that I don't want to make. Some things I'm like, should I, shouldn't I? Screw it, I'll leave it in. Okay, so what I do with the text, because I do a lot of subliminal messages in it and stuff, is Okay, just putting it right near the end. More crazy and upbeat because why not? About there. So, onto the text bit, intermedia. Get rid of all of that. Go into the font that I use here as Assemble for this bit, and then Bank Gothic MDBT for the bits in the middle. No, go with one line. And then put it down here. Usually it goes between 14, 16 and 18. Recently I've been using 14 though. Put an outline on it at all times. Unless it's on like a black background. Okay, so that's about it. And then it pops up. Because why not? Anyway, until then, I will see you in the future. And then it fades off like that. So that is the whole of it. Sometimes I do accidentally click the render loop region, so I have to just quickly check it back. Usually it just renders it automatically, but if there is like an extension bit, it will record the black bit as well. So the video is 12 minutes 9 seconds, so it was like a 14-minute video down to 12, and that's the usual thing. It stays the same when doing stuff like Life is Strange, so basically the story-based ones. DCUO, sometimes I even chop up to 20 minutes off of it. It can be that drastic. So if you have a look here, time code, so it took me about almost an hour just to sort all this out. Obviously I had a few hiccups here and there and stuff, but that's what it usually is. That's for a 20-minute video. Usually it takes like 2 hours to do a standard DCUO video. Sometimes it's took me 3 hours, sometimes I just stop it, do it later on and everything. Usually I don't do it all the way through. Usually I do give it a couple of days. There you go. It's a special thing, yay! So that is all done. So the most tedious part, the thing that I hate the most of it, the rendering side. So fire up my thing to go like that again. I will drag, usually I just put it to DCUO, but I'm going to have to just do it to my F file now because that's a new thing for me. I have it on internet 720p because that's about the only decent thing it works on. And that basically compresses it to 30 frames and gives you the 720p effect. So yeah, some of my favourites. I've got match project settings on, there's loads of settings to go through, but that's the standard one. So click on render, and then this usually takes forever. This is the main reason why I don't upload every day. So I'll come back to this and show you, well, just before it actually goes and renders all fully, like the time it took, and then I can tell that it's double the amount to what it usually is anyway. Okay, so it's almost there. So usually keep this ticked. There we go, almost there. And done. Okay, yeah, sometimes it takes a while for this to disappear. Sometimes it takes like 5-10 minutes. Right, yeah, you see how long it took me to do that, and that's the time for it now. I'm going to have to do the rest tomorrow because I'm way past the time I should be recording. Okay then, so once I've done all the rendering and stuff and everything, I go into this. So I've moved it over from the my lovely second hard drive to my proper video thing, so it's all nice and organised. Okay, yeah, this isn't so organised. So yeah, I moved it to solo because that's what it's called. I'm probably not going to add a part number to it, but it's all working, it's all fine. And then just go on to the internet and straight to upload. And because my internet's amazing, it takes forever. So select files to upload, you know, the typical thing. Straight to videos, DCUO solo. So because I do have a description thing for this, I actually do have a particular folder, well, document. Usually I don't, but for DCUO I do, so I literally have everything from 1 to present. because it's a little easier to grab all the content and stuff. So make a new one, copy all of this, paste all of this. So I'm actually just going to put solo mission there. Yep, that's all good. Right, I can delete all of this content as well. Usually I forget what content it is, so I have to go back into this, go back into videos, go to DCO, have a look at solo. I think it's Chinese Mannheim's Theatre, but just to double check. Hey everyone, GeminiShadowCat. Mute it. Mannheim's Chinese Theatre. There we go, it's close enough. Times Chinese Theatre. I'm going to spell it the English way because go England! Solo mission. I need a capital F. So I'm a complete grammar Nazi. That's it. So I'm just going to put a random description for it. Yeah, announcement there. So you want to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to be doing something pretty drastic for this thing. So I usually copy the... Actually, usually I just copy the description first. Go back onto this. Get rid of the core one. It's like, your thing's too big. No, I'm not shortening it. Sometimes I don't change them as well. I've realised that sometimes I duplicate them. That's why you sometimes see there's like different names for them and everything. But there we go. Delete the end bit. Let's put some stuff onto it. Then I'll spell it the American way. And then put my signature thing on it. Oh yeah, there's solo. Good enough. Then DCO, because it is literally like a day after uploading, I'm going to schedule it. Recently I've been scheduling it. I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow. And I'm going to schedule it for 4 o'clock. This is actually really helpful. Okay, so you got a little custom thumbnail, which I don't have yet. So here is the bit which is the non-boring part, because I absolutely love making thumbnails. Now, I need to think, which one should I use? Usually I have them so they actually like kind of contradict with the missions and stuff, but considering that I've already done Wonder Woman and CSC, I'm probably going to go for Scarecrow. So open it up. Open up my totally legal version of Photoshop. So yeah, the last time I used it was part 26 of the villain side of it. So usually I can move this, but this was like the old loading screen, so it stays there. What am I on, part 22? That's alright. I can just duplicate. There we go. So it's part 22, solo mission. There we go. Let's put both of them in there. So I get to show you what I usually do for this. So heroes assemble again, because that's the closest I get for DCUO, and it's Avengers Assemble basically. Want that colour, and then 24, 36. Solo mission. I think it's lagging a lot because I've actually got fraps running in the background, but usually it's alright. So once I've finished that, I need to rasterize the type, and then oh, let's make it a little bit bigger first actually. So 36 to, it's too much. Bit 42. Good enough. And then rasterize type, because I can't edit it unless I've actually rasterized it. Put it down there. Maybe a little bit more. And then all the magic works with dodge and burn. So I use burn first. I'm still on dodge. Oh god. Right, highlights, that's the one I need. Gotta make it really dark at the bottom. Good enough. Put it there. And then dodge it. Leave it on highlights. There we go, you see it eventually taking position, but yeah, it is lagging a lot. Then what I do is usually, well actually no, before I learned all about this, I just actually duplicated the thing, made it bigger and then filled in the bits, but got this lovely little stroke thing right here. And have it to about there. Right onto the grey side of it. And then just boost it up There we go, back there. So I am going to have to fill it in. Do it to that. Fill it in behind. Because otherwise it'll go over the text. And I'm dodging. So it's good enough in my eyes. Merge down. And then add a little bit of burn to it. Usually I don't, but it seems fitting. There we go. So I'm just saying that's good enough. Usually I'm more complicated with things, but I do keep it quite simple when it comes to oops. Let me save it as JPEG. When it comes to DCUO stuff, I'm really not fussed with it at all. Oh yeah, save this, turn that off. And go back onto here, custom thumbnail, thumbnails. Delete the stupidity right there. And there we go. Hey presto. So yeah, usually I do more complicated things, so if I go on to little something, little insight, not been seen before, considering the thing isn't out yet, which sucks. See, I'm waiting for Tales from the Borderlands episode 2. There we go. So usually it's more complicated, you got all these things here, I've added textures to things, and you know, it's all over the place, so all of these are editable. So I've got like a background thing to it, got this here, and that in the background, and I'm not saving that. So what I do is usually have it rendering through. It doesn't take as long as expected for uploading, but it does get a little tedious at times. But then all it needs to do is hit publish, and hey presto, that is start to finish, done and dusted of a DCU video. Usually it can be more complicated, but it's all good. So this is one version of uploading, well, from start to finish. DCUO, I would say, is a middle thing. So basically what I'm doing is I'm grading it on recording and size and rendering and editing process. So half and half with this one. It's quite a balance with this one, so it takes about an hour or two to usually edit and stuff, and to render it takes even longer. But yeah, usually it's alright. There is two other ways that I'll be showing you. So one of them is a scripted one. This is not scripted at all, by the way, this is off a whim, which I usually do for my League of Legends stuff. So I'll be showing the behind the scenes of League of Legends, start to finish, and stuff like Tale games, basically Tales from the Borderlands. So I'll be doing behind the scenes of Tales from the Borderlands as well, because they're on the opposite ends of the scale. It takes forever to edit and quick to render League of Legends videos, and it takes really little time to edit story-based stuff, and it takes forever to render. So yeah, fun. So yeah, that'll be the next time I do one of these behind the scenes things. And yeah, until then, I'll see you in the future. So I thought I'd take you behind the scenes of behind the scenes. So this here is my lovely little computer. The name is Aura, because that's the name of the computer and the mouse. I decided not to change it. So if you see, you got a little spider thing and everything. So this is a crappy little headset thing that I've got set up. I'm going to speak through that. It kind of sucks. It's very simple. So yeah, it's actually like a 1 gig graphics card. That's probably why it sucks so bad at rendering and everything. This is my lovely little laptop that I used to have. Well, I still got it, but I used to use it. So yeah, that's the first time I recorded. Like, I was recording off this lovely little thing called Pinky, because I'm that sad and I name my computers. But yeah, that's basically it. So I've got one more little announcement. I'm actually a horse. Nay.